so the way that we counter that barrier is to find our compatriots, our colleagues in our building that also want to do this good work, and use them to rely on and to be a group that is working towards change so that you're not solo. And if you really truly have nobody at your school, which for most people I think won't be true, but if you really truly don't have anybody, then find that person in your district, in your community, on Twitter, in your alumni group from grad school, whoever it takes, to make sure that you feel like you have kind of a group that is working on this with you, because I think really that's the only way to keep going.
Social justice advocacy still remains to be fully embraced, not only in words, but through meaningful action.
As school counselors, we are usually the first ones to understand and know what is happening within our school community. So when a student is coming to us, or multiple students are coming to us and really expressing their concerns of things that are being said or done that is racist to them, really stepping back and advocating for looking at the school system as a whole and saying, is this incident something that has happened on multiple occasions to various different people or even one person, and really looking to see if it's a systems issue, right? And saying, do we have policies in place specifically for racism? Like, does our bully policy include and clearly define racism so that way it is explicit? And if it doesn't, bringing that to the attention of administration, bringing that to the attention of district officials, because it may be something that they just were not aware of. Making sure that students are educated and are aware of what they can do to report, making sure that staff is aware, so providing trainings, providing examples of what racism does to students, and really breaking down internalized racism, as well as just the long-term effects that racism can impact our students, to help hopefully build empathy.
And so I think it's really important, especially as a white woman, that I'm constantly learning and growing and open to change. I think one of the most important things I can do to be a social justice advocate for my students is just hear their voice, make sure that I'm living in a way and working in a way where I'm empowering them to use their voice, making sure that students feel included, that they're accepted. We try to have clubs to help students feel connected. We have our Black Student Union, our Latinx Club, the Gay Straight Alliance, any club that the students would like to run, definitely we can do, but generally those ones we like to try to keep. We try to make sure that we have curriculum that's including a spectrum of genders, that it's including women in leadership roles, that it's including names from different cultures, and that when cultures are represented, that they aren't always associated with a certain behavior, so that the protagonist isn't always, one culture and the antagonist is another culture, that we vary those things so that students can see themselves in positive ways.
Having success as a student is really understanding how to navigate a big system such as ours. We're a school of over 2,400 students, and many times students come from smaller environments and kind of thrown out to the wolves, and they're not sure how to advocate for themselves. So it's teaching them basic executive functioning skills, but more importantly, really developing rapport to get to know the student, the family, and where they're coming from, so that you build relationships and you build trust, so that you really work with that student, not 1 year, but through the 4 years that they're with you, so that you become a strong advocate, especially during the time that they're looking to apply to colleges, military, employment, interviews, job employment. It's a wide range of skills that we work with students, and teaching them that we're not a paper pusher. That's really been our challenge as counselors.
Some school counselors have successfully integrated the tenets of social justice into their work.
So in regards to social emotional learning, career counseling and college counseling, academic advising, social justice work is really the dismantling of systems that are not serving our students.
I think the pandemic opened up a lot of just the systemic issues and a lot of emotional issues that have been bubbling up inside homes, because students are now tackling that whatever was going on in their family dynamics, and then coming back and adjusting to a new, very westernized school system, and seeing the differences I think has been very jarring for a lot of students. And being a school counselor, I am able to have those conversations with them to help make sense of it and to provide that compassion and that bridge for them.